tour the last time. I brought 4 sheets of paper in my hands and wrote in length what I had been through the last 4 months before I came there. The people who did that to me should not be able to walk away so easily. I'll recap. I was on tour in 2018. I was forced to do. My management said if I don't do this tour, I will have to find an attorney.
Miss Spears, I hate to interrupt you, but my court reporter is taking down what you're saying.
Okay.
And so you have to speak a little more slowly.
Of course, yes. Okay, I apologize.
And make a record of everything you're saying.
Okay.
Sure. Now,
the people who did this to me should not get away and to be able to walk away so easily. Recap. I was on tour in 2018. I was forced to do. My management said if I don't do this tour, I will have to find an attorney, and by contract, my own management could sue me if I didn't follow through with the tour. He handed me a sheet of paper as I got off the stage in Vegas and said I had to sign it. It was very threatening, and this was supposed to take place. I started rehearsing early, but it was hard because I'd been doing Vegas for 4 years and I needed a break in between. But no, I was told this is the timeline and this is how it's going to go. I rehearsed 4 to 4 days a week, half of the time in the studio and half of the other time in a Westlake studio. I was basically directing most of the show with my whereabouts, where I preferred to rehearse and actually did most of the choreography, meaning I taught my dancers my new choreography myself. I take everything I do very seriously. There's tons of video with me at rehearsals. I wasn't good. I was great. I led a room of 16 new dancers in rehearsals. It's funny to hear my manager's side of the story. They all said I wasn't participating in rehearsals and I never agreed to take my medication, which my medication is only taken in the mornings, never at rehearsal. They don't even see me. So why are they even claiming that? When I said no to one dance move into rehearsals, it was as if I planted a huge bomb somewhere. And I said, no, I don't want to do it this way. After that, my management and my dancers and my assistant of the new people that were supposed to do the new show all went into a room, shut the door, and didn't come out for at least 45 minutes. Ma'am, I'm not here to be anyone's slave. I can say no to a dance move. I was told by my, at the time, therapist, Dr. Benson, who died, that my manager called him in that moment and told him I wasn't cooperating or following the guidelines in rehearsals. And he also said I wasn't taking my medication, which is so dumb because I've had the same lady every morning for the past 8 years give me my same medication, and I'm nowhere near these stupid people. It made no sense at all. There was a week period where they were nice to me and they said, I don't want to do, and I told them I don't want to do the, they were nice to me. They said, if I don't want to do the new Vegas show, I don't have to, because I was getting really nervous. I said, I can wait. It was like, they told me I could wait. It was like lifting literally 200 pounds off of me when they said I don't have to do the show anymore, because I was really, really hard on myself and it was too much. I couldn't take it anymore. So I remember telling my assistant, but you know what? I feel weird if I say no. I feel like they're going to come back and be mean to me or punish me or something. 3 days later, after I said no to Vegas, my therapist sat me down in a room and said he had a million phone calls about how I was not cooperating in rehearsals and I haven't been taking my medication. All of this was false. He immediately the next day put me on lithium out of nowhere. He took me off my normal meds I'd been on for 5 years. And lithium is a very, very strong and completely different medication compared to what I was used to. You can go mentally impaired if you take too much, if you stay on it longer than 5 months. But he put me on that and I felt drunk. I really couldn't even take up for myself. I couldn't even have a conversation with my mom or dad really about anything. I told them I was scared and my doctor had me on 6 different nurses with this new medication come to my home, stay with me, to monitor me on this new medication, which I never wanted to be on to begin with. There were 6 different nurses in my homes and they wouldn't let me get in my car to go anywhere for a month. Not only did my family not do a goddamn thing, my dad was all for it. Anything that happened to me had to be approved by my dad. And my dad he acted like he didn't know that I was told I had to be tested over the Christmas holidays before they sent me away when my kids went home to Louisiana. He was the one who approved all of it. My whole family did nothing. Over the 2-week holiday, a lady came into my home for 4 hours a day, sat me down and did a psych test on me. It took forever. But I was told I had to then, after that I got off, I was told I had to then, after I got a phone call from my dad saying, after I did the psych test with this lady, basically saying I had failed the test or whatever. I'm sorry, Brittany, you have to listen to your doctors. They are planning to send you to a small home in Beverly Hills to do a small rehab program that we're going to make up for you. You're going to pay $60,000 a month for this. I cried on the phone for an hour, and he loved every minute of it. The control he had over someone as powerful as me, as he loved the control to hurt his own daughter 100,000%, he loved it. I packed my bags and went to that place. I worked 7 days a week, no days off, which in California, the only similar thing to this is called sex trafficking, making anyone work against their will, taking all their possessions away, credit card, cash, phone, passport card, and placing them in a home where they work with the people who live with them. They all lived in the house with me, the nurses, the 24/7 security. There was one chef that came there and cooked for me daily during the weekdays. They watched me changed every day, naked, morning, noon, and night. My body, I had no privacy door for my room. I gave 8 gallons of blood a week. If I didn't do any of my meetings and work from 8 to 6 at night, which is 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, no days off, I wouldn't be able to see my kids or my boyfriend. I never had a say in my schedule. They always told me I had to do this. And ma'am, I will tell you, sitting in a chair 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, it ain't fun. And especially when you can't walk out the front door. And that's why I'm telling you this again 2 years later. After I've lied and told the whole world I'm okay and I'm happy, it's a lie. I thought maybe I said that enough. Maybe I might become happy because I've been in denial. I've been in shock. I am traumatized. Fake it till you make it. But now I'm telling you the truth, okay? I'm not happy. I can't sleep. I'm so...
Now! What do we want? Free Britney! What do we want? Now! What do we want? Free Britney!
The only reason I haven't before is because I felt like until my sister was able to speak for herself and say what she felt she needed to say publicly, that it wasn't my place and it wasn't the right thing to do. But now that she's very clearly spoken and said what she needed to say, I feel like I can follow her lead and say what I feel I need to say. I think it's extremely clear that since the day I was born, I've only loved, adored, and supported my sister. I mean, this is my freaking big sister before any of this bullshit. I don't care if she wants to run away to a rainforest and have a zillion babies in the middle of nowhere, or if she wants to come back and dominate the world the way she has so many times before. Because I have nothing to gain or lose either way. This situation does not affect me either way because I am only her sister who is only concerned about her happiness. I've made a very conscious choice in my life to only participate in her life as her sister, as an aunt to those boys. Maybe I didn't support her the way the public would like me to, with a hashtag on a public platform, but I can assure you that I've supported my sister long before there was a hashtag, and I'll support her long after. Note that. I mean, I've worked since I was 9 years old. I've paid my own freaking bills since I was 10 years old. Not that I owe the public anything, because my sister knows I love and support her. And that's the only person I owe anything to. I'm not my family. I am my own person. I'm speaking for myself. I'm so proud of her for using her voice. I'm so proud of her for requesting new counsel, like I told her to do many years ago. Oh, not on a big public platform, but just in a personal conversation between two sisters. So I'm very proud that she's taken that step. If ending the conservatorship, if flying to Mars, or whatever the hell else she wants to do to be happy, I support that 100%, because I support my sister. I love my sister, always have, always will, as long as she's happy. So let's keep praying. That's all.
Today we're going to be talking about Miss Britney Spears, one of, if not the iconic girl right now. Not just for her music, but for other things as well, like her conservatorship, which we will get into. But, you know, we're here for the music. So let's start off with that. Britney, she was way before my time, which was about 2000s, and I think she's still currently making music. I am probably wrong about that. I actually just did my research, and her last album was released in 2020. Now, I'm not sure how current or how, you know, because you know how sometimes they can release an album even though they've had it for years. So, it doesn't really, I can't say or, but anyways, that's besides the point. Britney was really known for her music, like Lucky. She had Lucky. She had, if I know the new one, she had a song with G-Eazy called Make Me, which that's actually, I like that song. I enjoy that song. She has Circus, Oops, I Did It Again, Work, Bitch, You Wanna Boot Gotti. Now, here's the thing. I know Britney, excuse me. Oh, one more time. And I don't remember the song she did, but she's carrying, Slave for You. She has a snake. I don't know if that's the song, but I'm a slave for you. Don't remember the name of the song, just know that's how it goes. But anyways, Britney, she had such a stardom. She was really popular. She was on the charts. She was doing what a pop star needed to do. But with fame also comes, I guess, what you would call like this id. And everybody has an id. And your id is basically what drives you, what your inner workings are. So, Britney, she was just, she was always in music. She's been in it a long time, and it gets tiring when you have to keep putting on this front or keep performing music or keep doing something that you may not want to do anymore. Like you grow out of certain passions, for example, Rihanna. Rihanna hasn't made an album in 5 years. She has her makeup line. With Britney, there's a different circumstance as to why maybe she's not releasing music or why she maybe can't release music. And this is where I guess the conversorship thing comes in. And if you don't know what a conversorship is when you have complete control over what people do, when it comes to their money, when it comes to their life choices, when it comes to basically running their whole life. Now, conversorships are typically for people that are mentally ill, that can no longer make those decisions for themselves. Now, as we all know, Britney is a somewhat, I guess you would say, healthy woman. And a lot of people don't realize or understand why this is happening. And it all goes back to 2007 when Britney had a really bad breakdown. She shaved off her head and she went through a period of leave me alone. I'm done being a celebrity. And she hit a car window. Now, I'm not really all sure how the conversorship got started, which that's probably one of the key factors of how the conversorship got started. But now, everybody's starting to realize that it's no longer, first of all, it was never needed, but now it's certainly not needed. The Free Britney movement is a real thing. It's her life, like, she can't have kids. She can't see her kids. She can't, people control what she does. And I don't think that's right because, before Britney was okay. Britney was making music and she was being what she needed and she just had a breakdown. Everybody has a breakdown and that's okay. But to sit here and treat Britney as if she is completely unable to take care of herself, which I think is greedy. You know, it's very greedy in the long run, because Britney is her own person at the end of the day. You know, Britney made all those choices to be able to be where she's at. You know, yes, she had help. We all have help in certain ways, of course. But there comes a certain time when that help is no longer needed. And the conservatorship was not needed. Yes, Britney had a meltdown. Okay, let it go. And people don't realize that Britney being in this conservatorship, a lot of people own her. And yes, they own Britney. It's not right. It's not okay. So that's why they're trying to fight to free Britney, to get the conservatorship, like, over with and all. Like, they don't need it. Now, it's going to take a while because, one, it's the courts, and two, it's a long process. You know, and it's a sad case because Britney makes good music. And, you know, she has certain songs that we'll jam to, we'll listen to every now and then. Toxic. I don't know if I mentioned Toxic or not, but that's another one. Also, she did, I know she won a couple, I know she won a couple of awards. I'm not sure what the awards were, but I do know she won a couple. Her last performances I've watched live, she looked a little stiff, and I'm not sure if that's because maybe she was uncomfortable being in front of the camera, which is a possibility, because a lot of times when you're under control like that, you have a lot of pressure. So I can't really blame Britney. And none of this is a judgment against Britney. We all make mistakes. We all do things we're not proud of. And obviously, you know, Britney did something that, yes, maybe she should not have done. But in the end, I don't think Britney should have had to give up her life, you know, for making one mistake. What, 15 years ago? I could be wrong. I am probably wrong. But needless to say, what's the problem now? So with all of that said, I think you guys should really get on the Free Britney movement, number one. Number two, listen to my girl Britney. She has some awesome music out there. It'll get you either in a cleaning mode or in a workout mode, or maybe in a dancing mode, you choose. But anyway, this has been great talking to you guys, and I will let you guys know who I'm dating